What we have here today are some items that I thought might have a romantic air to them, whether it be because of the roses, the pink colors, the feminine aspects, and some of it is the romance of, the patinas, something that's been around a long time. So let's go ahead and see what I have to share. The first one is by Avon. It's a vintage rose vanity collection ceramic trinket box. It has a lid that is made out of ceramics but is painted silver, so it doesn't really look like it's ceramic, but it is. And it's got a tufted or quilted texture to the base. It is in excellent vintage condition. There's no chips or cracks. It was made somewhere around 2006, 3.5 inches tall, and 4 inches in diameter at its widest point. And to me, this is definitely very romantic. Let's go on. Here we have an antique porcelain gilded Demitasse cup and saucer made in Limoges, France, with a delicate floral pattern. At the bottom of each piece is a maker's mark that indicates the time frame when the cup and saucer were created, which was around 130 years ago. So it has been around quite some time and is just a lovely, romantic, and delicate antique. It was made somewhere around 1881 to early 1890. The cup is 2 1/4 inches tall and 2 1/4 inches in diameter without the handle, and the saucer is 5 inches in diameter. This would make a beautiful gift anytime. Let's talk about something that is vintage miniature. It is so sweet and delicate. It is a miniature porcelain basket with a handle that has a hand-painted rose and leaves. It was made in occupied Japan, and there are quite a few collectors that desire items made in occupied Japan. It was made most likely somewhere between 1940s and 1950s, and it's around 2 inches tall, 1 inch deep, and 2 1/8 inch wide. It's in excellent condition, and it has that beautiful gold trim. I think what I find so romantic about this is it's just so tiny with a beautiful little rose. Now on to a vintage Murano, I hope I'm saying this correctly, Sommerso art glass, Amber-Teal triangle bowl, potentially ashtray. It's a bold, beautiful piece. It's in excellent condition. And this definitely is romantic because it is very artistic and a high level of uniqueness. It was hand created, and it was most likely from the 1960s to the 70s. It's approximately 11 inches wide, 1 3/4 inches tall at the tallest point, and it is in excellent condition, and it is so unique. And being a Murano, it is highly collectible. Now on to the Hofbauer cut lead crystal covered cheese butter dish with an ornate crown finial from the Byrdes crystal collection. This is definitely romantic, being crystal and having so many facets, and this beautiful bird sitting on a branch with the leaves. It just exudes romance to me. The colors are just lovely that reflect off of the crystal and having such a beautiful overall feeling. And that finial itself is delicate and intricate. It was created mid to late 1900s. It's 7.5 inches in diameter, 6.5 inches high. It's in very good condition, and it is pretty heavy. It weighs over 3 pounds. It's definitely a desirable item. Onto a beautiful serving bowl with a pineapple and fan pattern. It's a lovely piece, and it does make an enchanting sound, by the U.S. Glass Company around 1895. It's 10 1/4 inches in diameter and 2.5 inches high, and it's in nice antique condition. And I do find it quite romantic because of this scalloped fan pattern edge. So it gives the appearance of having this ruffled edge, and the light dances off of it. It's just lovely. Now we have the poppy pattern Gilded Demitasse cup and saucer, created in Limoges, France. It's in absolutely excellent condition, and the bottom of each piece has a maker's mark. There's no chips, cracks, even the gilding is intact. It's vibrant and beautiful. It's a delicate motif, but the colors of the poppies are bold. It just radiates to me. It was created somewhere around the 1890s to early 1900s, which makes it an antique. It's 2.5 inches tall, 2.5 inches in diameter without the handle, and the saucer is 5 1/8 inch in diameter. Now this is a transferred pattern, but you can look at the cup and see where it was hand painted by an artist. They went in over the transfer and added enamel touches to it to give it a raised effect. So it is really quite a superior piece, and definitely romantic. Here we have a vintage hand-painted Japanese lusterware oval trinket dish. And yes, it was made in Japan. There's a stamp on the bottom. There's no chips or cracks, and the color is vibrant with this lovely lusterware glaze that you can see in the image. It looks like a purple color, but depends on how it's reflected. Sometimes it reflects pink. It's just lovely. And it's got flowers and a bird, which looks, again, so romantic. It was made possibly in the 1920s, maybe up to the 40s. It's 7 1/4 inches wide, 3 7/8 inches deep, and 2 inches tall, and would make a lovely gift. Now on to the Chinoiserie boot that it just tickles me when I see it. It is blue and white porcelain like Delftware. It's a hand-painted boot vase with a floral pattern. And if you look closely, you can easily tell that it is hand-painted. You can feel and see the raised areas. It is 7 inches tall, 7 inches long, and 3 inches wide. It's in absolutely excellent condition. Now the manufacturer is unknown, but it was very common for these Delftware type ceramic pieces to be created for export and for the gift market. So they were well made. I do think this piece is quite romantic. because of the floral pattern and being definitely a feminine boot. And I've included an image where it has big, beautiful, lush flowers. It would make a wonderful gift. Vintage Marutomoware Beehive creamer and sugar set. It was made in Japan. It was made somewhere between 1920 and 1940s. The creamer is 2 3/4 inches tall at its highest point, 3 4 inches in diameter without the handle, and the sugar is 4 1/4 inches tall with the lid and 3 3/4 inches in diameter without the handles. And of course, the theme, the pattern is a beehive, honeycomb. So it's, all about the sweetness. Each piece is stamped Japan. Now, there aren't any chips or cracks. However, there is fine crazing on all of the pieces. And something I find fascinating is the lid for the sugar. They put a big bee on top for that finial. I couldn't help but make this the last piece because in its own way, it's very romantic, or at least very, very sweet. So thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this. This is a perfect time to put up a romantic group. Have a wonderful time. And if you are interested in any of these, and if they are still for sale, you'll find them in my Etsy shop. And the link to that is on my channel's homepage. Have a wonderful day. Bye.